Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the jungle, lived two curious and adventurous siblings, Leo and Mia. They had always heard tales of the wonders and mysteries of the jungle, told by their father, who had grown up in a village near the edge of the forest. That is, until one warm, sunny morning, when they made a decision that, "I think it's time we explore the jungle ourselves," said Leo, a 12-year-old boy with a spark of excitement in his eyes. Mia, his 10-year-old sister, stared at the dense green trees that stretched as far as the eye could see. "Are you sure, Leo? What if we get lost? Or worse, what if we meet a wild animal?" Leo chuckled and patted her on the shoulder. "Don't worry, Mia. Dad always says that the jungle isn't as scary as it seems. We'll be fine." Mia wasn't so sure, but she trusted her brother. They packed a small bag with some water, snacks, a map, and a first aid kit. Together, they set off toward the jungle's edge, where the tall trees stood like sentinels guarding the unknown. As they entered the jungle, the air felt different, thick and alive with the sounds of birds chirping. "Look at this place, Mia," Leo said, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's like a whole new world." Mia nodded, her heart pounding a little faster. She was excited, but also nervous. "What if we get lost? This place is huge." "Don't worry," Leo said, pulling out the map their father had given them. "We'll follow the trail Dad showed us." Following the narrow trail and occasionally stopping to admire the beauty of the jungle, Mia marveled at the colorful birds flying overhead, but maybe we should take a short break. They sat down on a large rock near a small stream, sipping water and munching on their snacks. The jungle around them felt both peaceful and alive, like a quiet, breathing giant. Just as Mia was about to ask Leo if they should head back, they heard a soft rustling in the bushes nearby. "Did you hear that?" Mia whispered, her voice full. A small creature with bright green feathers and a long tail emerged from the bushes. It was a bird, but unlike any they had seen before. "Wow, look at that," Leo said in awe. "It's a jungle parrot. I've heard they're really rare. This jungle is full of surprises." Leo smiled. "See, Mia? This is why we came here, to experience all of this." After their brief break, they continued their journey, following the path that seemed to get steeper and more challenging. "Maybe we should turn back," Mia suggested hesitantly, her earlier excitement waning. Leo shook his head. "We're so close to the waterfall, I can feel it. Just a little further." The sound of rushing water filled the air, and there, before them, stood a magnificent waterfall, its crystal clear waters cascading down rocks into a sparkling pool below. Mia gasped. "It's beautiful." Leo smiled proudly. "I told you we'd get here." They spent the next hour exploring the area around the waterfall. They dipped their toes into the cool water, watched the colorful butterflies fluttering nearby, and even spotted a family of frogs sunbathing on the rocks. It was a peaceful, magical place, and for a moment, all of Mia's fears disappeared. But soon, as the sun began to set, they realized it was time to head back. The jungle, which had seemed so enchanting during the day, now looked a little more intimidating in the fading light. "We'd better hurry," Leo said, glancing at the sky. The walk back was harder than they had anticipated. The shadows grew longer, and the trail seemed even more difficult to follow in the dimming light. Leo looked at her, his face filled with determination. "We won't get lost. We've got the map, and we have each other. We can do this, Mia." But as they continued, the path became more confusing. The jungle seemed to close in on them, and every turn looked the same. The darkness of the night made everything feel even more mysterious. Just then, they heard a rustling sound from behind them. They turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows, a tall, friendly-looking man with a big smile on his face. "Are you two lost?" the man asked kindly. Leo and Mia both nodded, relieved to see someone who seemed friendly. The man introduced himself as Kavi, a guide who often led travelers through the jungle. "I know these woods like the back of my hand," Kavi said. "I can help you find your way back home." With Kavi leading the way, Leo and Mia soon felt safer. The jungle, which had seemed so mysterious and dangerous, now felt less frightening with someone who knew it well by their side. As they walked, Kavi shared stories of his own adventures in the jungle. He talked about how, even though the jungle could be challenging, it was full of beauty. "Thanks for helping us, Kavi," Leo said, shaking the guide's hand. "Thank you for showing us the jungle," Mia added. "We learned so much today." Kavi smiled. "You're welcome. Remember, the jungle is always there, full of surprises. And so are the lessons you learn along the way." As they walked back home, Leo and Mia realized that their adventure had been more than just about exploring the jungle. It had been about facing their fears, trusting each other, and learning to keep going even when things didn't go as planned. And from that day on, whenever they heard the call of the jungle, they knew they were ready for whatever adventure came next.